Welcome to online classes. Today we shall discuss with molecular physics, in which we can discuss molecular spectra, molecular energies, molecular motions, and rigid rotator. So first of all, we have to define molecular spectra. The interaction of matter with the electromagnetic radiation is called as the molecular spectra. If there is no available quantized energy levels matching to the quantum energy of the incident radiation, then the material will be transparent to that radiation. So first of all, we shall discuss the types of molecular motion. So there are three types of molecular motion. One is translational, second one is rotational, and the third one is vibrational motion. So first of all, we define what is this translational motion. The molecules can move from one place to another place, or whole atom or a molecule changes its location in three-dimensional space, which we call it as the translational motion. Hence, the molecule or a matter possesses an energy due to this translational motion. Rotational motion. The atoms of a molecule rotate about a fixed axis, that is in space about 3 axes it is rotating. So due to that rotation it possesses a rotational kinetic energy, and the atoms of a molecule vibrate about their mean position. So it may be a bending vibration or a stretching vibration. Depending upon the nature of the vibration, we can classify these vibrations as asymmetric stretching, symmetric stretching, and bending vibration. The vibrations can be fast or slow, and that can take place at any several different speeds or intensities, so that we call it as the vibrations, and they can change from one speed to another speed. The bending, the symmetric stretching, asymmetric stretching vibration modes are given in the figure, as well as the rotational motion about two axes, that is y-axis and x-axis, how the molecule rotates, and also the translational motion, that is the change in the position from one place to another place. Then the molecular energy distribution in the electromagnetic spectrum. So in the electromagnetic spectrum, due to these three energies, that is the rotational energy, vibrational energy, and electronic energy, so that means these three energies are distributed in electromagnetic spectrum in the region, so that is in the infrared region and UV region and the ultraviolet region and in the microwave region. So today we shall start with this. The electromagnetic spectrum extends from below or low frequencies used for modern radio communication to gamma radiation at short wavelength, that is high frequency, and thereby converting the wavelengths from thousands of kilometers down to a fraction of size of an atom. The energy associated with the given segment of the spectrum is proportional to its frequency. The below equation describes the relationship which provides the energy carried by a photon of a given wavelength of radiation. So that is where nu is the frequency, lambda is the wavelength, c is the velocity of the light, and which is equal to 3 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second. So hence the frequency nu is equal to c by lambda. The change in the energy due to the transition of molecule from one energy state to another energy state, that is delta E, that is equal to h nu, where E is the energy, nu is the frequency, h is Planck's constant. So the types of molecular energy. So there are four types of molecular energy. So that is due to translational motion of the molecule, the rotational motion of the molecule, and vibrational motion of the molecule, as well as the change in the position of the electron from one orbit to another orbit, so that we call it as electronic energy. So the translational energy is the kinetic energy associated with the random motion of the molecules. So it is absent in solids since the molecules in solids are held in a fixed position and exist in liquids and to a limited extent and is only completely free in gases. The rotational energy is the rotational kinetic energy associated with the rotation about an axis, so that we call it as the in case of diatomic molecule. Okay, the molecule rotates about two fixed axes, that is x-axis and z-axis. So that means the rotation that depends upon the number of molecules that are present. So therefore in case of two diatomic molecule, the 2 degrees of freedom, and in case of non-linear multi that is 3 atomic that is triatomic molecule, so we have a 3 degrees of freedom. So that energy due to the rotation of the molecule, so that we call it as energy due to rotation. So helium, neon, that is xenon, so that etc., that is monoatomic molecules or atoms, so that are exist in liquids, gases, and even in some solids, particularly those in loose crystal structures. So that means solid nitrogen and hydrogen, so that we call it as non-polar molecules. The vibrational energy is the kinetic energy associated with the relative motion of atoms, so that is the called as which we constitute the molecule. So let us use the diatomic as model in which is shown in the figure. So that is the two atoms of a molecule are vibrating about, that is they are stretching or compressing. Due to that motion, so it possesses the vibrational energy. So in if the bond is assumed to behave like a spring, that is the bond exists between the two atoms of a molecule. So suppose it acts as a spring, it stretches and contracts about an axis of inertia at an equilibrium bond distance, that is Re, where Re is called as equilibrium bond distance. If the extension and contractions are symmetric, then we have vibration with the simple harmonic motion. So that is energy due to vibration exist in solids, liquids, as well as gases even at 0 degree Kelvin. The electronic energy, that is the transition of electrons from one orbit to another orbit, that causes the change in the energy of a molecule. So that hence the total energy of a molecule consists of the energy due to rotation, the energy due to vibration, and energy due to the electronic energy. The origin of molecular spectra. So the transition between two energy state of a molecule as a result of absorption or emission of a energy will gives rise to a spectral line. When a molecule suffers a transition from higher energy state with the energy E to a lower energy state E dash, the difference in the energy, that is delta E, that is given by E minus E dash, is emitted as a radiated of frequency nu and is given by the frequency nu, that is equal to E minus E dash. So that is equal to that is E minus E dash divided by H. Now we shall discuss what is this molecular spectra comprises of. So there are three basic types of optical spectra that are we observe in the molecules. So the first one is electronic or vibronic spectra, so which is appeared in the UV visible and near infrared region. So the transition between a specific vibrational and rotational level of one electronic state to the vibrational and rotational level of another electronic state, so that we call it as electronic spectra. In the figure we can observe A and B are the two electronic states of a molecule. So the transition from B to A or A to B, that corresponds to the electronic spectra. Next, vibrational or vibrational rotational spectra which we usually observe in infrared region of the electromagnetic spectrum. So in the figure, the A consists of different energy levels due to vibration, that is V double dash, that is equal to 0, 1, 2. So that corresponds to the different vibrational levels of a molecule. The transition from one rotational levels of a vibrational level to the another rotational levels of the another vibrational level in the same electronic state, that corresponds to vibrational spectra. Then the rotational spectra, the transition between the rotational levels of same vibrational level of the same electronic state, so that corresponds to the rotational spectra, which we usually observe in the microwave region. The study of interaction of electromagnetic waves and matter, named as molecular spectroscopy. The spectra which is emitted by molecules, that is when the emitting substance is in the molecular state, so that we called it as the molecular spectra. So molecule consists of two or more atoms. Molecular spectra under low dispersion appear as a continuous bands, and for this reason they are often called as band spectra. A band has a sharp intense edge on one side is called as band head, and gradually decreases in intensity towards the other side. With the high resolving power instruments, the band spectra are found to have the threefold structure. Each band seen to be composed of a large number of lines which are crowded together at a long wavelength side called as bandhead, and as they recede from the bandhead, the lines become more widely separated, and also they are weaker. The lines, however, being so close together as to appear under low resolution like a continuous spectrum. The second one is that there is a regular sequence in which the several bands follow one another, and thus constitutes a group of bands. These different groups of bands are quite close, and thus because of their regular arrangement form a band system. The molecular spectra are also composed of monochromatic lines having approximately same width. The name band spectra merely signifies the distinction from atomic spectra, the so-called line spectra. So today we shall discuss the distinction between the atomic and molecular spectra. The atomic spectra and molecular are characterized by the following distinctions. The interaction of electromagnetic waves with the atoms, that we call it as atomic spectra, whereas the interaction of electromagnetic waves with a molecule, that we call it as the molecular spectra. Usually the atomic spectra is characterized by line spectra due to the emission of electromagnetic radiation, whereas the band spectra due to emission or absorption of electromagnetic radiation by molecules. The sharp only one line due to emission of radiation due to electronic transition is observed in atomic spectra. In molecular spectra, band is composed of a head, a sharp intense line corroded by large number of lines, and going away from the band head, the lines widely spaced. Whereas in case of atomic spectra, line spectra due to transition of the electron, the band spectra is due to the rotation, vibration of atoms of a molecule, and electronic transition. So the band spectra are used to study the nature of the elements, whereas the molecular spectra are used to study the structure of the molecules and the composition of the elements. So the change in the spin, that corresponds to NMR and ESR spectra, whereas the change in the orientation, that is rotation of atoms of a molecule about a fixed axis, so that we call it as rotational spectra, which is observed in the microwave region. The vibrations of atoms of a molecule, that is stretching and bending and seizing action of atoms of a molecule, So that we call it as the vibrational spectra. So that is observed in the infrared region. And the change in the position of the electron in a orbit, so that we call it as the electronic spectra. So that is usually observed in the visible and ultraviolet region. The same is shown, and their frequencies and wavelengths are shown in the figure 1, the regions of electromagnetic spectrum, and the regions are explained in detail in the slide. In this slide, we can explain the reasons of different spectrum, that is ESR spectrum, NMR spectrum, near infrared region and far infrared region, as well as the UV region and X-ray region, and visible and ultraviolet regions are explained in detail, and their wavelengths and frequencies are given in detail. The molecular spectra fall into three groups. So that is it is the first region, that is in the far infrared region. So this we shall discuss under a head far infrared spectroscopy. And the near or short wavelength infrared region, so this we shall discuss under the head infrared spectroscopy. Visible or ultraviolet region, so this is visible or ultraviolet spectroscopy. The energy other than translational is essentially of three kinds, namely electronic, vibrational and rotational, which are all quantized. So that means the rotational energy, electronic energy and vibrational energy, all these three energies are quantized. The transition between two energy states of a molecule as a result of absorption or emission of a energy will give rise to a spectral line in the spectrum. So the band spectra or molecular spectra of a BeO molecules is given in this figure just for the sake of understanding purpose. So we shall discuss in detail what is this rotational spectroscopy and vibrational spectroscopy. So first of all, we shall discuss the rotational spectroscopy, which is also called as rigid rotors. So for a rigid rotors, so no vibration during the rotation. So that means the atoms of a molecule are held fixed. So they are not vibrating in the rotational motion of a molecule. So that we call it as rigid rotor. So that means these atoms are rotating about a fixed axis. So that study, that we call it as rotational motion. How this molecular rotations? So the potential curve representing the ground electronic state, so that is given in this figure. The rotational, the potential energy curve, so which consists of different vibrational levels, okay, and each vibrational level has got a different rotational transitions which are given in this figure. So that means there is a transition from one rotational energy level to another energy rotational level, and also the transition from one vibration energy level to the another vibrational levels. So that corresponds to a number of lines. Hence the molecular spectra consist of a number of lines. So we shall discuss and derive an expression for energy due to rotation of a molecule. So that is rigid rotator for a diatomic molecule. So under the title of pure rotational spectra of a diatomic molecule, we shall derive an expression. So rotational energy of a molecule are quantized. So first of all, you have to remember whatever may be the energy, that is rotational energy or vibrational energy or electronic energy in case of a molecule, all these three energies are quantized. They are not continuum or continuous. So the energy that is given by h nu. So always energy is expressed, the unit is in terms of joules, where h is Planck's constant, so the unit is joule second, and nu is the rotational frequency, which is expressed in terms of hertz. The range of rotational frequency is about 8 into 10 raised to 10 to a 4 into 10 raised to 11 hertz, which corresponds to wavelengths lambda is equal to 0.75 to 3.75 millimeter. So these wavelengths fall in the microwave region of the electromagnetic spectrum. So we shall consider a diatomic molecule. Let M1 and M2 be the mass of the two atoms of a diatomic molecule, and the center of mass, so that means where the whole mass of the system is concentrated at a single point on a line joining the two atoms of a molecule. So about that point, the two atoms are balancing. Hence, the moments about this point is always vanishes. So let r be the distance between the two atoms, and r1 is the distance of the first molecule which has the mass m1 at a distance r1, and r2 is the distance of the second molecule m2 from the center of mass, and the rotation axis is also shown in the figure. So about this rotational axis, the atoms of a molecule, diatomic molecule, are rotating. So that is about a vertical axis. So that is dotted line. The two atoms are rotating. So that is shown in the figure. So we shall derive the expression for the total energy possessed by this diatomic molecule due to this rotation about a vertical axis. A diatomic molecule may be thought of as two atoms held together with a mass less rigid rod. So that we call it as rigid rotator model. Consider a diatomic molecule with a different atoms of mass m1 and m2 whose distance from center of mass are r1 and r2 respectively. The moment of inertia of the system about the center of mass is given by I is equal to m1 r1 square plus m2 r2 square. The two independent rotations of this molecule are with respect to the axis which pass through C and are perpendicular to the bond length R. The rotation with respect to the bond axis is possible only for classical objects with large masses. For quantum objects, a rotation with respect to the molecule axis does not correspond to any change in the molecule, as the new configuration is indistinguishable from old one. The center of mass is defined by equating the moments on both the segments of the molecular axis. Hence, m1 r1 that is equal to m2 r2, and also the moment of inertia of the molecule about the given axis is given by m1 r1 square plus m2 r2 square. So on simplification, so that we are deriving that the moment of inertia in terms of the reduced mass of the system mu as well as the distance between the two atoms, that is r. So hence from this equation number 5 it is clear that the moment of inertia about the given vertical axis of a diatomic molecule is given by I is equal to mu r square, where mu is called as reduced mass, which is given by the equation number 6, that is equal to 1 by mu, that is equal to 1 upon m1 plus 1 upon m2. So rotational levels of a rigid rotator can be determined using this Schrodinger equation. In the harmonic oscillator model, the energy was all potential energy. In the rigid rotator, it's all rotational kinetic energy. By solving Schrodinger wave equation for a rotational motion, the rotational energy level is given by, so that is ER is equal to I omega square divided by 2. So that is rotational energy, that is 1 by 2 I omega square. So therefore, so this is also given by L square upon 2I, where L is the angular momentum and that is equal to I into omega. So L square leads to h upon 2 pi whole square j into j plus 1, where j is called as rotational quantum number and has the value 0, 1, 2, etc. Therefore, the energy due to particular rotational quantum number j is given by 1 upon 2 pi, that is into bracket h upon 2 pi whole raised to square j into j plus 1, and that is also equal to hcbj into bracket j plus 1. So that is given by equation number 7. So equation number 7 gives the energy of a rigid rotator for a particular rotational quantum number j. And the b, which is called as in the equation number 7b, which we call it as the rotational constant, that is given by b is equal to h upon 8 pi square c upon c into I. So that we call it as rotational constant. So that means in equation number 7, the energy due to rotation of a molecule solely depends upon, for a given diatomic molecule solely depends upon the rotational quantum number j, whereas the rotational constant b, that solely depends upon the moment of inertia I. The energy difference between two rotational levels is usually expressed in centimeter raised to minus 1. The wave number corresponds to given change in the energy is given by mu is equal to delta E upon hc. The rotational energy quantized as Ej, that is equal to h square divided by 8 pi square I into j plus 1, that is in terms of joules. Therefore, Ej, that is equal to also given by h upon 8 pi square I into c j plus 1. So that is equal to b j into j plus 1, where b is equal to this value, that is h upon 8 pi square I into c, which we call it as the rotational constant. Hence, for different values of j, that is j takes the value 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the rotational energy also changes, that corresponds to 0, 2b, 4b, 12b, 20b, and 30b, and 42b for the value j is equal to j 6. So therefore, these energy levels are not equidistant, so they are quantized, they are not equally spaced. That means the energy level corresponds to one transition to another transition is not a constant, okay, but their levels are constant, that is they are discrete levels. So the selection rule for this rotational spectrum, so that is j is equal to plus or minus 1, hence delta j, that is equal to plus or minus 1. So delta j corresponds to plus 1, that corresponds to absorption. If delta j, that corresponds to minus 1, so that corresponds to emission. So with this, today we shall stop this rotational